For this week, sorry that we can't meet because in the 31st of December is day off, so we only have a kind of asynchronous meeting. Yeah, so this week is meeting 7, and we are going to discuss about Unit 6. Okay, so let's check this out. I will share the screen about what we are going to discuss. All right. In the beginning, I will share the sound. So when I share the video, that will be easy for us. Nah, so this is Unit 6. Yeah. Um, this one. So for this week, we are going to discuss about eating and drinking. We'll discuss about food, and then uh, we'll discuss about countable and uncountable noun. We have there is and there are, some, any, how much and how many. And then here it's about countable and uncountable noun. We also will have a listening, and then food facts and myths. So we discuss about the reading. There will be the quiz, and the quiz is taken from this book. And then don't forget to click the attendance for this week's meeting. Yeah. All right. So the first one, we'll discuss about countable and uncountable noun. So what is that? I have a video about it. Yeah. So let's check this video together.
In this video, we will look at noun countability and how this impacts on other aspects of grammar in the sentence. One thing we need to know about nouns in English is whether we can count them or not. Some nouns are countable, some uncountable, and some nouns can be both. So let's start with what you know. Countable nouns refer to things that can be counted, such as books, or chairs, or people, and they have both singular and plural forms. For countable nouns, we can answer the question, how many, with a number. How many courses are you taking this semester? I'm taking 4 courses. Most nouns in English are countable. Uncountable nouns often refer to abstract concepts, such as love, wealth, music, and hunger. Uncountable nouns also refer to things that are made up of parts too numerous or small to count. Academic examples of uncountable nouns include knowledge, information, and evidence. Everyday examples are water, rice, coffee, air, oil, and music. Uncountable nouns do not have a plural form. For example, we say information, but not informations. Uncountable nouns thus take the singular form of the verb. Different quantifiers are used with countable and uncountable nouns. For countable nouns, you can use no, none, few, a few, some, many, most, a lot of, all. For uncountable nouns, you can use no, none, not much, little, a little, some, a lot of, all. Notice the difference. Few is used with countable, but little is used for uncountables. For example, we conducted a few experiments, but there is little experimentation in this area. There are many other quantifiers in English that you can use, so be sure to check a good grammar book. Countability is also important for determining which article, a, an, or the, can be used with a noun. For example, you generally would not use the articles a or an with an uncountable noun. Review the section on articles for more information about article usage and countability. One last thing to be aware of. Some nouns can be both countable or uncountable. depending on their use. Examples include chocolate, paper, light, work, and hair. Countability often depends on the context. For example, hair, referring to all the hair on your head, is uncountable. However, hair, referring to a single strand of hair, is countable. If you're uncertain of the countability of a particular noun, check in the dictionary. It might have C or UNC to show this. Knowing the countability of a noun is important for subject-verb agreement, and also to know the quantifiers and articles that the noun can be used with. Review the exercises below, as well as the exercises on subject-verb agreement and articles.
All right, yeah. So that's about countable and uncountable noun. Yeah. Let's get back to the material. Yeah. So if you have to put the words, countable means that benda yang bisa dihitung. For example, cups, plates, tables, chairs. Sedangkan uncountable noun itu benda yang tidak dapat dihitung. For example, rain or water, oil, ice, and then sand, sugar, salt. Nah, so let's try to categorize which one belong to countable, which one belong to uncountable. Let's take a look at these words ya. Misalnya milk masuk ke uncountable, eggs countable, butter uncountable, cereal uncountable, oranges ada S-nya ya, berarti bisa dihitung countable, jam, selai uncountable, an apple countable, toast uncountable, bread rolls ada S-nya, countable, meat uncountable, and then sausages countable, grapes grapes itu countable karena ada S-nya. A banana ada artikel a berarti countable. Cheese keju uncountable. Yogurt uncountable. Orange juice karena bentuknya air jadi uncountable. Coffee uncountable. Water uncountable. Tea uncountable. Fruit itu karena banyak, itu banyak berbagai hal kayak information, evidence seperti tadi, berarti dia uncountable, and biscuits itu adalah countable. Ya, oke. Can uncountable nouns be plural? No. Except we use article. Ya, misalnya kita pakai milk. A glass of milk. Nah, itu baru kita bisa menggunakannya sebagai countable. Some glasses of milk. Jadi yang membuat countable itu adalah artikelnya, ya, bukan noun-nya. Tapi untuk uncountable noun tidak bisa menjadi plural. And then the next one we have there is and there are. So what's the difference? Well, there is for singular noun atau benda tunggal. While there are is for plural noun atau benda jamak. Misalnya a banana. A banana berarti there is, ya. Plural di sini misalnya there are plural ya, misalnya 8 eggs. 8 telur. Nah, ini berarti plural ya. Nah, tapi kalau untuk uncountable karena di sini terhitung tunggal, jadi selalu menggunakan there is. Oke, let me show you a video. Nanti ini there is and there are.
Welcome back. So in this lesson, we are going to learn the difference between there is and there are. And I just want to give a shout out, a thank you to King Key Carlos for requesting this lesson. So this lesson is for you. Now, if any of you guys have had any questions about this as well, let me know in the comments below. My name is English teacher Monica. I'm an American English teacher from Los Angeles, California. Let's get into our lesson. So with there are and there is a really simple rule to help you guys know the difference in when to use which. And here it is. We use there is with singular and there are with plural. Okay, so as I just said, and I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but I said there is a very simple rule. So when we're talking about one thing and we're saying that it exists, we can use, with singular words, we're going to use there is, and then with plural words, we'll use there are. So now let's look at an example. So I said there is a rule. A rule. I can say there is a car in my driveway. A car. You see that it is singular. There is one, okay? There is an apple on the table. One. A and an show one. It shows that it's singular. There is a rule. We can also say there is a class that starts at 4. So there is a class. And that's pretty much it. I mean, for there is, it's really simple. Just there is something. And it's going to usually have this indefinite article in front of it. Now let's look at this one, there are. So instead of saying there is a car, we can say there are some cars in my driveway. Or I can say there are cars in my driveway. We don't even need to use some, it's up to you. There are cars in my driveway. We can say there are apples on the table. There are classes that start at 4. So there are classes, there are apples, and you can see that they're all plural. So you guys can actually use this with just about anything, and it's when you're referring to something that simply exists, it is there. It is something that exists and, you're making a statement. There are whatever you choose. So let me know if you guys had any trouble with this, if it's something that maybe you needed some clarification or understanding on, and leave it in the comments below. Please make sure you like it. That way the YouTube algorithm can share this lesson with other English learners. You can also share it with your friends as well.
All right, so that's about there is and there are. Let's get back to the course. Now, you can differentiate. What's the difference between there is and there are? Yeah, so based on this material, we can see that for the singular, we use there is. For example, there is a banana. For plural, we use there are. For example, there are 8 eggs. But for the uncountable, because we can't count that noun, so we use there is. There is some butter. Nah, so especially in addition, for the negative sentences using no, we use it depends on the noun itself. Yeah, there is no apple juice, but if the noun is plural, there are no strawberries. So it depends on whether the noun is plural or singular. Okay, and then the next one is uh, which one? Nah, we have practice. Yeah, you need to just based on yourself. Yeah, for example, there are 20 students in my class. No, there aren't. There are only 15 students. Yeah, so it's only for practice. And then we have listening, breakfast around the world. Yeah, I use it for quiz. I also provide the audio. Yeah, and you have to mention. I have the question there. We have uh, 5 people talking about their breakfast. Kamal is from Ankara in Turkey. Mi Kyung is from Seoul, South Korea. Dimitri is from Moscow, Russia. Sonia is for Recife, Brazil. And then Jose and Anita are from Valencia, Spain. Yeah. So in the audio, they describe about their breakfast. And then I have the question, what are their breakfasts? Nah, so I use this question for a quiz, yeah. Which one? Nah, here is the quiz, yeah. Nah, if you can see the preview, sorry. Oh ya, saya tidak bisa membuka karena nantinya jadi kayak saya harus mengerjakan kuisnya ya. Tapi ini menjadi salah satu pertanyaan ya, listening breakfast around the world. Just listen to the audio and then answer the question. All right. And then the next one, I also ask you to write your breakfast. I give you the example how to write or how to tell the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, so, and also what's the snack you have in your daily life. Now, so that's the second question for your quiz. You have to write about your daily meal. Yeah, from breakfast, lunch, and also dinner. And then in reading and speaking, yeah, it's also for the quiz. We have food, facts, and myth. Yeah, so you have to match. Yeah, we have some choices of the ideas. Coffee and tea are bad for you. There are good foods and bad foods. Vegetarian food is always healthy. Fruit juice is good for you. Carrots help you see in the dark. And it's okay not to eat breakfast. There are 6 paragraphs, and you have to match between this idea to the paragraph. For example, idea number 1. Fruit juice is good for you. True and false. Natural fruit juice is good for you, but it can be bad for your teeth. So yes, have some orange juice with your breakfast or lunch, but don't drink any juice between meals. Try water instead. Up to 8 glasses of water a day is good for you, and water hasn't got any calories. Nah, so you can cross this idea. You have answered it in number 1. What about number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? Just match between the idea and the paragraph. Yeah, so this is quiz number 3. Yeah, and then the next one, we have some any that actually it has been mentioned in the video, but maybe I still can explain, I still can show you about it in the video of some and any that I have mentioned. Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me show you about the video. This one. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any questions about when to use some and any? I have some helpful tips for you today. Hey there, I'm Emma from English.
Okay, maybe I will show you only some part of the video because it's too long. Yeah, so let me show you the parts of this video.
Now, these two words, they're very common English words that are often confused and misused by English learners. And although they seem to have very similar meanings, they're not often interchangeable. So it's important to know which word to use and when to use it. In this video, I'm going to clear up some of that confusion so that you can avoid making those mistakes in the future. We'll go through the meaning of some and any, the general uses, and some of the exceptions to the rules. So make sure you keep paying attention throughout the video. There's going to be a quiz at the end. Now, if you're not a subscriber yet, then click that button just down there and become one. You can also use the tools down there to slow down the video speed in case I'm speaking a little too quickly for you. You can control that right down there.
What did you eat yesterday? Yesterday I ate.
Nah.
How many of that thing we want. So I need to buy some bread. I'm saying that I need to buy an amount of bread, but I'm not being specific. I'm not saying exactly what number or amount I need. Is there any pasta left? Now again, we want to know if there's pasta left, but I don't really care about the specific amount. I just want to know if there is an amount. Now, because some and any are both used in quite similar situations, it's often difficult to know which one you should use, right? So we're going to go over the general grammar rules to help you decide which one to use, but definitely stick around until the end of this lesson. There are some exceptions to these rules that you need to know. And I'll get to those in a little bit. But later on, I've also got a quiz that's going to help you to test what you've learned in this lesson. So as a general rule, we use some with positive or affirmative sentences. I left some soap for you in the kitchen. Please treat us with some respect.
Okay, so that's some part of the video that actually, if I can explain to you that usually some is used for. The first one is for, it can be a countable and uncountable noun. So for example, I have some apples. I need some sugar. Now, the second one, some is used for positive sentence. For example, I have some milk in the refrigerator. The second one is any. Any is used for negative and interrogative sentence. Negative is sentence which use don't, atau kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia menyatakan tidak. For example, I don't have any money left in my pocket. The second one is any is used for interrogative sentence or kalimat tanya. For example, do you have any sugar? Nah, so that's it, ya. Nah, ini misalnya have orange juice with your breakfast. Have you got any orange juice in with your breakfast? Don't drink. Negative. Don't drink any juice between meals. Water hasn't. Negative. Water hasn't got any calories. Ini positive. If you want a snack, try some nuts. Circle the correct alternative. Ya, positive sentence menggunakan some. Negative sentence menggunakan any. Ya, okay. So this practice is used for question of quiz of number 4. So you just need to fill the blanks using some and any based on the explanation. Yeah, once more. Some is for positive sentence. Any is for negative and interrogative sentence. Okay. So let's move to the next part. We have some questions for your own practice. How many McDonald's restaurants are there in the world? It's how much blood is there in the human body, how much rain is there in the Sahara Desert every year. So it's a kind of what is it, general knowledge. Yeah. And then the next one, I do not provide this listening. Let's see. Nah, ini tidak saya masukkan ke materi ya, but I provide a video about how to order food ya. Nah, related to this one, because in the real life we need to do a practice how to order food. Nah, so this is, for example, listen and complete the sentence, then practice saying them. I provide a video about ordering. Oh, sorry. Let me share again. Nah, this is the video how to order food. You can watch this video. Only, for example, some expression of how to order food.
Hello. How can I help you?
Hello. I would like a table for 4, please.
Of course. Please follow me. Here is a table for 4.
Thank you. Could you give us the menu, please?
Yes, of course. Here you are.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything to drink?
Just water for me.
I'll have a lemonade.
I'll have a milkshake.
I'll have an orange juice.
Great. I'll be right back.
Nah, so this is the example of how to order food. Yeah. And then in this exercise, yeah, for example, can I take your order, please? Blah, blah, blah. I have 2 Super King size burger, please. Yeah. Can I have 2 Super King size burger, please? Blah, blah, blah. To drink with that. Di sini, what is it? Mungkin kita bisa memasukkannya yang to drink with that itu mungkin do you need cola, for example, to drink with that gitu ya. Kemudian eat in or take away. Makan di sini atau bawa pulang. Would you like anything else? Perlu sesuatu yang lain? Can we have the bill, please? Here is the change. Ini uang kembaliannya. I'd like to have a pizza. Kemudian, would you like? Nah, what would you like? Apa yang Anda mau pesan gitu. Kemudian di sini how, blah blah blah, is that all together? Nah, so these are the example of how to order food, and you can see from the video some expression of how to order food. And then the last question that we have for the quiz is these pictures. So we have 3 pictures, and the questions are: which of the restaurants are they in? What do the people order? How much does it cost? I provide the audio of this listening. You only need to listen and then match with between the listening and the picture, and then answer the question. Yeah. All right. So that's all what we learned for this week. Yeah. So we learn about countable and uncountable noun, how much and how many, some, any, how to order food, and also some listenings about food. Yeah. Nah, so here is the quiz. You have 1.5 hours to do the quiz, and then it will be closed next week on Thursday, on the 6th of January at 11:59. Yeah, and then don't forget to click the attendance on Friday, yeah, until 11:55 p.m. Okay. Yeah. So inshallah, next week we are going to have a meet test. So we will not have any meeting. Inshallah, we will have online meeting after meet test. So it's in meeting 9. Yeah, I really hope that we will have online meeting at that time. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching this video, and happy new year's. I'll see you in the next year, and I hope that we can meet again in a good condition. Yeah, thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.